I'm Helen Goodwin. I'm an artist and I work at Fabrica Gallery based in Brighton, and I run the Chomp programme there. This is part of the summer activity, and I'm going to show you today how to make a sketchbook. A concertina sketchbook, it's called, a bit like an accordion. So it's got this lovely zigzag to it. So I'm going to show you how to make this sketchbook. If you come up with your own idea of how to make a sketchbook, that's great. But also if this gives you ideas of something you can make, that'd be fantastic. And we'd love to see it as well. So you can send us a photograph. What we're doing as well is it's going to be part of an exhibition at Fabrica called Quiet Revelations. I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end. So you can think about what you're going to put into it and what you could send us later on. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make it. You can use an A4 piece of paper, or longer if you like, as long as it's a rectangle in shape. And what you do is you fold it over like this, make it really nice and make the fold really tight and strong. And I use a ruler to cut it rather than scissors because I find I get a much better straight line. So put one hand down nice and firm and then use the ruler and pull it to make the cut. And if it's a bit awkward, you could maybe get an adult to try and help you. And adults are very welcome to do this as well. We'd love that. You've got two rectangles, and what you do is you fold one piece in half like that, open it up, and then you take the edge to the centre and fold, take the other edge to the centre and fold. So you've got a piece like that. And you do exactly the same with this piece. I'm going to just do it very quickly. And what you do then is you put a little bit of glue on the edge, on one edge, and you stick them both together. If you've not got glue and you've got a little bit of flour, do check with an adult it's okay for you to use. Just need a spoonful or two of flour, a drop or two of water, and then you stir it and make it nice and sticky. It's fantastic glue actually. It's a bit like yoghurt, so it looks a bit like yoghurt. And then use a little scrap of card, maybe from an old cereal packet, and you just dab a little bit of glue on the end, just one end, and then you glue the other end like that. And what's important is you must leave that to dry, otherwise it'll just come apart. So I'm going to put that to one side and show you one I've made earlier. So that's nice and dry now. And then just make sure that you fold it one way. You have to get all the folds back again after you've done that. One way and then the other way. One way, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, all the way along until you've got your concertinaed sketchbook. Oh, it's fallen apart. I hadn't left it long enough to dry, but that's okay. I'll make a very little one to show you how to do it. So imagine that's quite a bit longer than that, than it should be. So what you do is you get a piece of card and you make sure that it's cut a little bit bigger than the edge of the sketchbook, okay? And you put glue on one side, like that, spread it all the way over, all over. Whoops! I'm going to end up with sticky fingers and a sticky table now. There you go. And then you get the piece of card, squeeze it down the piece of paper or the card, whichever way you like to do it, and then you've got a cover for this very little sketchbook. And then I'm going to show you how to put a cover on the next piece of card. We're going to put a piece of card there, but we're going to put a nice cover on it so it looks a bit like that. I've used an old piece of wrapping paper. I've got an old map. I might use that for another sketchbook I'm going to use. So what you need to do is you put the card, make a piece of paper that's bigger than the cover, the piece of card, and you get a pencil and you draw 4 corners like that. And make sure that you've got 4 corners drawn out like that, and then you cut them out like that. This helps when you fold it over. And then you get the glue again, and you put smooth it down nicely on each edge like that. Now this is my studio table, so it's all right that I make a bit of a mess, but you might want to cover the table with some plastic or a bigger piece of paper. Although it's quite easy to wipe off because it's just flour and water. And then you squeeze them down each edge like that. And then you've got your cover for your book, for the very tiny little book. And you do exactly the same. You put glue on that side, last piece of the sketchbook on that side, and then you've got the tiniest little sketchbook, which is fine. So you can make a big one or a small one. And I decorated this one, which is a bit bigger, because I used 2 pieces of paper, so that's really big. I just got scraps of paper hanging around from something else I'd made, so I just stuck those on one side, and then I'd got the wrapping paper on the other. But you could do a drawing, or maybe writing, or anything. And I'm going to show you actually a present that was given to me during these weeks and months that we've had. It really makes me smile, this. It's a really great story all about how the seagull has gone hunting for fish and chips and ice cream around Brighton to take back the fish, chips and ice cream to its babies. But there hasn't been much food out on the streets because the streets have been quite quiet. So you had to look for other things. So that's a story all about these times, the days, the weeks, the months that my friends made in this sketchbook. If you'd like to do the same, drawings or poems or writing, then we'd love to see them, and it can be part of an exhibition called Quiet Revelations at Brighton Gallery. It'll be an online digital exhibition. If you'd like to send it in, look for Quiet Revelations Fabrica Gallery, and you can find it on Instagram, Facebook, and we would love to see what you've made. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.